Just a beautiful afternoon for football, Coach. They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Go! 180!
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Come on.
Watch 18.
They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Tackle made at the 24-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 24-yard line.
Sit up! 180!
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Alert!
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him. Getting into the act on the opening drive here with a sack. And remember, they had 5 last week.
And they saw that on film, and that meant that they had to get together. Offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, offensive line coach, receivers coach, and say, how do we beat this pressure? Because everyone has to win against the defense.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the Bears' 34-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by Roquan Smith. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Cousins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. Opted to run for it. The decision, a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And there's the first NFL catch for N'Keal Harry. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. First down, a run with Cohen. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
180.
Here we go, here we go.
Hey, 18.
Be good.
Cut.
On the ground with a rookie from Iowa State, David Montgomery. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
180.
Watch the twist.
Hey, ball.
On 1st down, they go right back to Cohen. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Hey, Delta.
40's the mic. Gotta do better.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. Now Matt Bryant on for the field goal. We're scoreless after 1. The kick by Bryant is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Orbit. Through.
Switch.
Black.
Slam.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also with offensive line.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
Check 99. Whip. Watch the whip. Check 3.
Check 26. Check 21st. First.
3rd and long for Cousins. And he's going to go down again. Khalil Mack That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up fourth down. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now.
Let's go, Tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Throwing here, Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. A gain there of 21 yards.
It's a gain of 21 yards. And
Come on now, let's go.
First down. First and 10, 37-yard line.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Danielle Hunter able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
17 yards. And the Vikings first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Cook. And an Allen to run. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV. Called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
From just shy of midfield, Cousins. It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. And he's got this down to the 35. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 35. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle. From the 31, Cousins. It's caught by Treadwell. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll run for it with Cook. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal. Second down and goal. Cousins. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Irv Smith Jr. with his first career NFL touchdown, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that will give him the lead here as we get on towards halftime. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try to hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. On first down, Cook. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And down right around the 37. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Cousins. But he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off.
Let's go. Check out.
From the red zone now, Cousins. He finds his man Johnson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Check. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Run.
Cook. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam it.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen, and he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Play action. Now Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Mike Spark.
Bravo.
Mike Spark 4.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Now Trubisky. Got a man open. That's Harry. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes us 2nd and 9. Again, it's Trubisky. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Everson Griffin in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
Hey, Team 6. Team 6.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. He's got his tight end, Burton. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 28 yards. Well, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
From just shy of midfield, Trubisky. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. On 3rd down, Trubisky. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. To throw, Cousins. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. This is Cohen. And room there to work it inside the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. 24-yard line.
From the 24, Trubisky. And this is going to be incomplete.
Trubisky's pass incomplete on the throwaway. Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears have retaken the lead. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Kirk Cousins last year started all 16 games but only led the Vikes to just 1 fourth-quarter comeback like he's trying to do here. Here's a quick throw to Thielen. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. On 3rd down, Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
I'm coming after you. Deeper. Hey, Haywood. 59 Mike. Check, 59.
From just shy of midfield, Cousins. And Diggs has it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 28.
22 yards. First down, Minnesota.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. They run. Cook. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Irv Smith Jr. with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead.
Mike 59. Mike 50. Wide. Check 4. Move.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for 2 and try to make it a field goal difference.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this 4th quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
And now a pass dumped off to his running back. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. Trubisky now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Trubisky gives to Cohen. Tackle made by Everson Griffin.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Lock in.
Watch the curls. 54.
Hey, box drop.
54. Watch 54.
From the 45 on second down, Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
4-1 Mike. Stop your whining. 41 jump. 41 Mike.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Daniil Hunter able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
41 Mike. In the face. Mike 41.
Hey, high 7.
He's coming.
Alert. Jump.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. He's going to let it fly. Less than 2 minutes to play. Down to the wire we go in a 1-point game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Now a run with Cook. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Mike is 59. Mike is
50. Gun.
36. Check. Crunch. He's crashing.
Line out. Bingo.
Watch out.
Cousins here to throw. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Gun.
Check. Check.
Hey, receiver.
Now Cousins. He shakes him off. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Let's go, Bears. Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect.
Hey, Delta.
They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw. And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Here's Trubisky. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Check 24. Hey, ball.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Brings up third down.
And they're going to get the timeout called. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game. So it's all up to the other Matty Ice. Matt Bryant now. 2 for 2 on the afternoon, and a third would win it. And his kick is indeed good. And they have regained the lead. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get